You can see right here are the two stone pillars that sit on each side of the staircase that had the arch over it. It was right up there where the hotel once stood. We're gonna walk up here and see what remains of the old Wonderland Hotel. Just look at this old stone here. I love that a lot of this is still intact. It's crazy. Got these walls here that you can see in a lot of old pictures of this place. As I turn around, you'll see down the old staircase. Check this out. As soon as you get to the top of the hill, you find an old fountain. Check that out. There's several pictures of this when it was actually operable, when it was being used. You can see water spraying up the middle there. Welcome everyone, it is John here. And today's adventure brings us to the great Smoky Mountains National Park. Now I wanted to revisit a location that I've been to a couple years ago and a few times since, but not in depth like I'm doing today. I've returned to Elkmont and I am going to check out where the old Wonderland Hotel used to be, as well as a lot of the old houses, and of course Daisy Town, excuse me. And I want to just kind of show you some updates of this place and revisit some of these locations I've been to. It's changed quite a bit. So let's get into it and check this place out. So I just came up the stairs and come up this trail. And this is where the old hotel stood. As you can see, here is a set of stairs that led up into a side entrance. You even got the old stone path. And over here is the old annex, like the kind of like the ballroom and other hotel rooms was over here. You can see this was the fireplace into the grand ballroom that was here. Now there's some old footage of this place. Now when I came here the first time, you can see all this overgrowth here was not there. And there was a lot of remnants from the fire. The fire had just happened and this place had just burnt. Really close to when we came here. You can see now, you can hardly tell. If it weren't for this fireplace and this great chimney here, you wouldn't even be able to tell there was ever a building here. But this, they would have, you know, I'm standing like right in the middle of where the ballroom was of the Wonderland Hotel. And as we go this way, see if there's any relics. They might have cleaned it up extra well. But you can see this fresh grass. You can see a little charring on the ground. There's not a whole lot left of what was here. But you can kind of see a fine line of the way the grass is growing. All this was where the fire happened. This was a structure that had been here for many, many years and is now gone. It is quite peaceful up here today. As we look back, you can see the fireplace there. There's the stairs I showed you earlier that led into the actual hotel. Now I'm standing currently where the hotel stood. And as we move over, you can see here, I don't know if this was a fireplace or what, but there's a lot of brick piled up right here. That was from the hotel itself. I'm going to continue on this way. This place looks a lot different than the last time. There used to be a bunch of houses down through here that were in a lot of disrepair, but I believe they're all gone now. We're going to go find out. Over here's like a little concrete area. You can see through the trees there. And then out here, here's the old road. That you used to drive up here and you would park. And this is where all the hotel was. Probably get a better view over here. Now I'll back myself as far up as I could to the tree line here. This was, as you see in the photograph, the old photograph, that was the hotel. If you look, the tallest tree there, this one right here, is actually the tree, small tree you see in the middle of that turnabout. That's crazy. So I'm gonna walk down this trail where a lot of the old houses used to be. I heard they had tore them all down, but I'm just gonna take a little walk through here. I hear thunder, so I'm gonna try to make this brief. And I already see one of the fireplaces over here of one of the houses I had visited the last time I was here, so I'll show you guys around here a little bit. So you see this fireplace here. I actually had visited this house when it was still standing. And if you turn and look, there was a house up here as well that is now gone. There were a few houses down the way here that have since been removed. But we're gonna head down and take a look at a couple other things on the bottom part of Elkmont. So just a brief history, if you're not familiar with this town and the history of Elkmont, I'm just gonna give you a brief rundown. This was originally a logging community back in the 1800s. They had a railroad through here and everything that would haul in the logs, haul them out, or come in and haul the logs out. So this town, once the national park was formed, of course the logging industry was gone. At that point you couldn't log here anymore. All the houses became essentially vacation spots. The government leased all the housing out to people, to families that lived here. They said, well, we'll give you a lease and you can pass it down through your family. You can't own it, but you can come here and stay for vacation and whatnot. So they were rented out to people. The people that owned them would stay here. And then they built this hotel, the Wonderland Hotel. And in 1992, the government, the national park canceled the lease. They said, no more, we're not gonna do the lease anymore. So all these houses were just essentially left here to rot. Now, most of them did, but a small portion of this town was saved and is being revitalized now. We're going to check that out later. But first, there's a couple spots I want to show you before we get to Daisy Town. Now I'm up here at what is known as the Spence cabin. Really awesome cottage style. This one's not accessible because they actually use it for events and such, but still, it's pretty big too. Like, it's long, but I love that stonework right there in the front. So a little admission. So what you've seen so far before me arriving here was actually filmed a little over a month ago. They were doing the Firefly event here then, so it was just so crowded I couldn't find anywhere to park. I just had to leave that day. So I've come back today to kind of revisit and capture the rest of this video for you guys, and we'll continue on. So there's a nice little sign here. It talks about the Spence cabin was built in 1928. It's pretty big. I'm gonna walk around the back side here and catch a little view of it. Oh yeah, you get a good idea of its size back here. Look at all this beautiful forest. Wish I could take a look inside. I mean, this thing's been here for nearly 100 years. Just think about that. That is crazy. There's definitely some old window panes there. Beautiful river. I'm on this side of the house here. I was checking out this awesome patio. When I looked down here and thought, I saw a helicopter pad for a second, but I gotta check this out. This looks amazing. They built this patio right here on the river. This is so awesome. Look at that. Beautiful. I love the old stonework along this old driveway here. So I'm over here in the old Millionaire's Row area, and there's a foundation here, and I'm looking for this bridge, and I think I see it up ahead. So we're gonna go check that out. I actually have never been to the bridge. Yep, there it is. That's so cool. I took the long way to it, but nevertheless, we made it. And I am in a thicket of briars. And of course, I've got my short pants on. They call this the Troll Bridge. So glad I finally got a chance to come back here and see it. That's so cool. That's just so neat. I'm gonna walk across it, because it appears that you still can. Man, this is just beautiful back here, guys. I love this place. There we go. Hope it holds me. It did. That's good. See the rebarb siding? So I can park right there. And this actually leads over to the cabin. Showed y'all a minute ago. Let's go back here and check out that foundation better. Looking at the back side of the entry steps to this once cabin, you can see it was pretty grand. Look at this fireplace.
Isn't that crazy? The floor used to be here.
Yeah.
Like,
that is nuts.
it's like 4 feet up.
It actually had a second fireplace back there.
I'm thinking that was for cooking.
Probably. That's probably the kitchen area.
Yeah.
And look, still got the old tile. The old heat brick. I think that's what that is. It'd hold heat for a lot longer. It even still has the stone mantle. That's crazy. Let's check this one out back here.
This is actually the chimney.
Oh yeah, it is. It's off of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been where they probably cooked dinner.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know what time frame these were built. I know the Millionaire's Row was built towards, like, I want to say 20s.
Yeah.
You know, the 10s or the 20s. A lot of the old buildings from when it was a logging town are been gone for a long time. Now, this is cool. Yeah. Imagine how awesome it'd been to be able to have a lease here and come stay in somewhere like this. That'd have been something in its time.
Creek right in your front yard.
Yeah. So this is cool. I'm so glad I got to come here and check out this bridge. I always wanted to say, I never exactly knew where it was at. I knew I had to come over here. I knew the vicinity of it, but I'm glad Josh and I were able to find it. Now I want to show you the rest of what exists here in Elkmont. The good news is the Daisy Row, they call it. A lot of those cabins have been renovated and are looking pretty spiffy. So we're gonna go check that out. We're gonna go through here first. There's a familiar site over here I wanna go revisit. So let's do that. One thing Josh was pointing out is the stonework. You don't see it much anymore, but it's beautiful. That's one of my favorite things about this town is all they repurposed the riverbed rocks, river rocks, to make their walls and build their fireplaces like that one back there. If you remember this from way back, first time I ever filmed here, I came here one day and walked back through here, saw some interesting stuff, and there used to be a cabin over here that I visited then that is now gone. I'll go back and see what that place looks like. There's a couple of remnants there I want to kind of compare to then to now, see what it looks like. I love these walls, so cool. So here where this concrete is now, back in 2017 or 16 rather, when I was here, there was a cabin here, and it said, oh wait a minute, yeah, and it sat right here. Now one thing in particular is this boulder. The house, you can see how close it was to this boulder, and you can even see in the video at one point Heather very cutely squeezes between the boulder and the house and makes her little cute sound. But yeah, it used to sit right here. There's even a piano in the basement of it, and it is gone. They tore it down, and it surprises me because it was still in pretty good shape. I mean, it wasn't in bad shape at all. Yeah, I turn my camera around like this, and you see Heather squeezing right here. This little structure here sparked a lot of conversation in my original video here. I wasn't sure what it was, and a lot of you had ideas. It's some sort of oven, like used to either heat down metal or, you know, something. I mean, I had a lot of people tell me about it. It's a pretty cool little structure back here. And you see that's some old block, old style cinder block. It's actually, you still see the rocks and stuff in it. It's been here for quite a while. This is probably with the original town. I don't know what it was used for exactly, but feel free to comment down below and let me know. I'm just standing here admiring this lovely creek and just looking at how steep this mountain goes up. I mean, that is some steep, dense forest right there. You imagine trying to make your way up to that ridge. That would be a daunting feat. I've climbed hills like that before. Now over here you can see it's straight up. That's almost impossible. Highly dangerous too. Man, you never know what kind of cave or anything's on the side of this. It's crazy. So I was walking up the hill here, and there's a cemetery I actually hadn't been to before. And I looked up the hill and I see this big fence, and there's something in here. I don't know what it is, but try to get you all a good view of it here. If you zoom in, you can see there's big old school pipe sticking out of the ground, and it's like a purposely built mound. So I'm gonna walk around the fence and see if I can see it from a higher view, just to see what it is. Curiosity's getting to me on this one. Check out this. Looks like quartz. That's pretty cool. Still making my way up here. Looks pretty dense right here, but I'm gonna try to get up high enough to see if that's like a big pit. I think it might have been like the town's water source at one point, but I'm not sure. We'll find out though. Either way. Okay. So this is becoming more and more of a mystery. Look at this. It's a vault. There's two hatches right there. I mean, this very much looks like a what do you call it? A bunker. I don't know what these pipes are for, But dang, man, this is crazy. If any of y'all know what this is, maybe you work for a national park, please comment down below and let me know, because this is crazy. Huh. The fence is fairly new, but whatever is in there, there's electricity running into it. If you look right there, you see electrical LB going into it. I don't know what happened to Josh. He was walking around this side and I do not see him. Just up here by the campground is a cemetery. I did not even know it was up here. Crazy. If you look at that headstone, it's Burton. I don't know if that's relation. It's Hubert and Margaret. I'll do some research and if that's any relation to Dolly. Then we got Blanche Parton and Rex William Parton. I don't know if this is related to Dolly or not, but I'm real curious to know if they are. It's like a little family section right here. If you look way back there, Teaster, there's actually an area known as Teaster Lane, and I think that's etched. That area is etched on that headstone next to Ware.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Named for Ware's Valley. Huh, it's pretty cool. Over in the corner here is this little pile of rocks with a cross. I just can't help but wonder if someone buried maybe a family pet here or something. You turn around and look. It's just over here in the corner. Looking down Daisy Row, which we'll get to in a moment. Up here is an old cabin that still stands. At least it stood last year. You can go check that out real quick. There's a lot of remnants of old homesteads up there as well. Now through here was a lot of cabins that are now gone. You can see these old chimneys and stuff all over the place. I hope the one still standing up here, it's not too much farther ahead. So we got this dumpster. It's a decent little hike up here. And there is a sign that tells nothing about this house. But you can see they've actually boarded this up now where you can't go inside. I'm guessing it got too dangerous. But I've actually been inside of it. I'll link the video where I was up here last time and went in. Looks like somebody's busted the windows out and stuff, probably vandalized it.
That's sad.
Freaking idiots, man. That's a problem we got here in the park is people are coming in and destroying everything. This is a cool house. At least go peek you in the window. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. All the windows have been busted out. Freaking jerks, man. And these are not... This is old glass. This is old poured glass.
Yeah.
You can see
the waves in it.
the waves in it and the dimples. Yeah, somebody's come up here and just vandalized this place.
That's so sad.
Yeah, you can see the floors collapsing too.
Yep.
It's not in very good shape. I know I didn't go anywhere past the living room here.
Yeah.
This is the last cabin up through here. I don't know why, if they wanted to save it or what. But it is now boarded up.
That's sad.
Yeah. I wanted to investigate this cabin. And you can see all that busted glass right there. Freaking hooligans up here just destroying stuff. No regard for anything.
There's like writing on the walls and stuff.
Yeah. It's going to get to the point, bro, where all these buildings we can go to, they're all going to be closed off because people keep writing on the walls and busting windows.
We need to preserve history, you know?
Now you got people that don't care. They just don't care. Oh well. So now we're here on Daisy Row. And you see some of these are closed off because they're actually restoring all of these. It's really awesome that they're doing that. We'll check out what we can of the ones they've restored. You see, this is one of my favorite ones here. They are remodeling it. This one's been restored. I have not been in it since they restored it. And so is this one. So we're gonna check these out. I've been in that one since they restored it, and a couple of those down there. But let's get in here and check this place out. All right, guys, we're gonna check this cabin out first. I've not been in here since they've restored this. Oh, wow. They did a good job. The floors are still like uneven.
They're uneven, but they feel a little more solid.
They do feel, they put extra support under this. Yeah. Here's the kitchen. I remember this kitchen, man. Had all kinds of old stuff in it. Wow. Check that old sink out. Oh, look, there's a room back here. Look at that. Little laundry room. That's so cool. Check out this porch. They've redone the porch on the back here. I don't even think it had a porch on it last time I was here. So neat. Nope, the work continues. Heck yeah, this is awesome. So we're in the front bedroom of this. Oh yeah. They remodeled the bathroom. Check it out. That's cool. Can't get into it, which is good because people would vandalize it, obviously. This one, last time I was here, was under construction. Let's see what all they've done here. So awesome that they've restored these. Look at the linoleum floor in here. Wow. Holy cow, this keeps going. I don't think I've ever been back here. I was always too nervous on the floor. Got a bedroom over here. Cuts all the way through the kitchen, which we'll go to in a moment. And then you got the toilet. Look at this floor back here they redone. Wow. Holy moly, this is great. You can smell the finish on the floor. At one point I had a view of the river. It's a little overgrown back there now. That's so neat. God, I love spending the night in here. That floor though looks so good. They really did a good job restoring that. Let's go this way. Floor's a little soft through here, but I think it's okay. Really awesome kitchen. And where the refrigerator stood. Look at that. Where there used to be a cook stove run out. That's so cool. I don't know if y'all can tell it in those windows. Get closer. You can tell this is old poured glass. I don't think you can tell in the camera. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so we all know about this little cabin here. This is the gift to to a young girl. But Josh informed me about something. If it's still here. Yeah, I never noticed the little...
Yeah, the little puppy prints and the handprints.
Said her handprints was here. I don't...
Nope, there looks like a old handprint right there.
Yep, they're barely visible.
Yeah.
It's the little girl's handprints that was in here. Now this is one I was excited about. They really did a good job. They pretty much tore this down and rebuilt it. And one of the craziest things I ever saw is standing on that porch of that blue house right there.
Yeah.
And I looked over and I saw a face peering out that window at me.
You know, it's funny you say that, because when I came here to investigate, like 3-4 years ago, there was a face up in that top window staring at me. And we tried to see inside of there, but it was all closed off.
So yeah, I saw that right before they closed it off, and I actually went in there, and no one was in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been in there.
I have been in since they remodeled it. But I'm about to go in now because it's open. Oh wow, yeah, they really did a good job on this. Look at that. Wow, look at the rafters. This is so great. Yeah, it was in this room here. I saw a face looking out this window at me. Oh, that was one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. Over here looks like they left this the way it was.
They did an amazing job on this.
Yeah, so this here, when I was here first time, every part of the cabin looked like this.
Yeah, that's how
It just had wood chunks
Yep.
stuck in. And dude, the floors were so bad then.
Really?
Yeah, but I came in, I had to walk in that room, make sure nobody was in this house. They did a really good job restoring this. Look at this view back in here off this porch. This is so awesome. So glad they restored it. That is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell, all that good stuff. Check out my Patreon. And don't forget to hit the join button to see bonus content. I'm really glad they're restoring this. We definitely need to come back and investigate. Since they've been doing a lot of construction, that usually stirs up activity. Guys, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to stay spooky, my friends.